House sitting in Texas was a lot scarier than I expected. It just kept getting worse. We made it here after weeks on the road, and at first it felt like a relief. The house was really nice, recently renovated, and on about an acre of land. And most importantly, it had air conditioning.
So what we're here, we're looking after a dog and 2 cats. Do you want to meet them?
No.
Okay, well come and meet them anyway. This is Tootsie.
She's got one of your socks again for comfort.
So cute. Cute. She keeps taking the socks out of my shoes and snuggling up with them. It's really cute, aren't she? Yeah, you're beautiful. We walk her every day at 6 a.m. We're not used to early mornings, so we have to set the alarm. When we get up, Tootsie's already waiting for us by the door and patiently stands by while we feed the cats and put our shoes on. And this is for you, Mama Kitty. Oh, sorry. You can want to watch, okay? The problem is, Tootsie's quite old and she has medical issues. And the thought crossed my mind more than once. What if something happens to her while we're here? The area itself's a bit different to what we're used to at home. In this neighbourhood, dogs roam free, and it's pretty normal for other dogs to join us on our morning walk. There's a little terrier that tags along most days, full of confidence, always stirring up the other dogs behind the fences. But not all of them feel as harmless. There's a husky that keeps showing up, hanging around, always itching and scratching, and with these kind of evil eyes. I make sure to keep my distance from him. Every house had no trespassing signs, which seemed odd. And we were told hearing gunshots nearby was completely normal. It all just felt very different to home. And then, one morning, my worst fear happened. The husky came at Tootsie and everything just happened really fast. It knocked her to the ground, but poor old Tootsie got up slowly and started limping. I felt awful. We were in charge, and this is exactly what I'd been worried about. We rang Jane, who was in France, and told her what had happened. And she said not to worry. It had happened before, and it was probably just her arthritis playing up. Just told us to keep an eye on her. Man, I was so relieved. And it was so hot, consistently over 100 degrees during the day. Even doing normal things like picking up our bikes was brutal in this heat. Freaking hot in Texas. But the moment that really got us was when the air conditioning stopped working. In Texas, in summer, it's not a problem. It's a catastrophe. Especially with an older dog relying on it. The AC guy said he'd come first thing in the morning. He didn't. Said it might be a few days. We couldn't survive a few days. So with a bit of Googling, Mike figured it out. The whole system was running off 2 AAA batteries. We grabbed some batteries out of our head torches and swapped them out. And just like that, it kicked back in. That was a big relief. For a moment it felt like things were settling down. But then that night, a storm rolled in. Thunder is so loud here, and an almighty explosion cracked outside the window. We went outside to watch and film the storm, and another explosion had me swearing and running back inside.
Jesus, I'm coming.
Then the rain came. We tried to venture outside again. I opened the front door and stepped back as a raging waterfall had sprouted over the eaves. We scurried back inside, but we weren't the only ones. A large spider ran across the lounge floor, heading to our bedroom. I almost stomped on it, but decided instead to capture it in a glass. Then a scorpion strolled across the floor, stopped and looked up at me. Thankfully I had a glass handy and captured it as well. Mike also set it free. It was the second scorpion we had seen in the house, and I just hoped they weren't getting into our van. It wasn't exactly the quiet break we thought it'd be, but it definitely showed a different side of this kind of travel. And after all that, we still had a van that needed a lot of work. So if you want to see how we dealt with that, that's coming up next.